How's it going, everybody? Jim here, Scottish guy in Moscow. Today it's Sunday morning and I'm going to take you on a little walk. We're going to be crossing over the Moskva River, we're going to be walking along the Kremlin Embankment, and we're going to be seeing what we can see. So if you want to come with me on a little Sunday morning stroll in the very centre of Moscow, let's go. Okay guys, before we get started, I just wanted to show you this statue. I'm very rarely down this end of the centre. It is a statue dedicated to Peter the Great. It was erected in 1997, weighing over 1,000 tonnes, and it was to commemorate 300 years of the Russian Navy, which Peter the Great started. But it's absolutely massive. You can see it from all the way down the river. And that's where we're heading. We're heading down there. We're going to cross over the river, down the Kremlin Embankment, and I think it's time to go. Guys, just before we get started on the walking tour, could you please hit subscribe? It's the one thing you can do that would really help my channel, and it only takes a second. If you hit subscribe now, I promise to make more interesting videos about life in Moscow for you, and it'll help YouTube push my videos out to other people. Hit subscribe now. Alright guys, we're going to start here. Across here we've got Modern Art Museum. The name escapes me, but I've done a video in there before. If you want to see it, I think it's called Moscow Girl Shows Me the Sights with my friend Lisa. Looks like they're building some kind of stage for performances here. We're at a bit of a crossroads. The river runs down here. We're going to cross over this road, go over there, and we can see the tourist bus. Maybe I should go on the tourist bus one day upstairs and just make a video of the whole tour. That might be interesting. Okay, we got 25 seconds to cross this road. Let's go. Okay, we got the beautiful fountains that are going. We've got a little footbridge there that you can probably see. Then there's like metal trees on that footbridge that people come and they hang a padlock on. I think you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend write your names on it and padlock it on. It's pretty nice. Maybe we'll see it on this tour. I'm not sure if we're going down there. A lot of construction work going on. Always construction work in the summer in Moscow. Probably because it's so cold in the winter, it'd be impossible to do it. There we go, the tourist bus is going past. I think we'll definitely make a video from the tourist bus one day. We are going to head down here. Now, interestingly, this isn't the river. This is like a canal off of the river. Artificial, obviously. Not 100% sure what for. Maybe previously it was for some kind of trade, transport. Now it seems just a little bit more decorative. The river itself is over here. We're going to be crossing the bridge. As I said at the start of the video, we're going to be seeing, well, we'll see the Kremlin, we'll see St. Basil's Cathedral. There's a beautiful floating bridge that is quite a tourist attraction, which comes out as glass, it floats over the river. I've never actually been on it, so why don't we go up there, have a look, see what we can see. I'm sure there's going to be beautiful sights from it. Okay, I'll see you on the bridge. Alright guys, we're about to go up onto the bridge, and all the way along, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of flowers, and this is going to go all the way along. Wait till you see it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's on both sides, and what you get to see when you're walking along here is quite spectacular, because it just goes on. The colours, the white, the pink, the red and the green, a little bit of yellow as well. It does look really nice. And then when you come to the arch of the bridge, the sort of middle, we'll be able to look across to the right and we'll be able to see the Kremlin. As you can see on the bridge, we got 4 lanes of traffic, another tourist bus, 4 lanes of traffic going each way. There's little lookout points on the bridge as well that we can go on to, and I'll give you a a panning view. In the distance we can see Moscow city. I'll definitely take you there one day. It's all the sort of glass skyscrapers where all the business goes down in Moscow. It's all kept to one area. Everything, you know, in the centre we don't have any of those buildings. Everything's been kept quite historic. Okay, check out this beautiful church. It's got a bit of construction going on, but as we come across, look how beautiful those, how would you describe that at the top of the church? Give me a good word in the comments to describe those parts, those round parts at the top of the church. The word's escaping me right now. We're going to be taking a walk along the embankment, and I'll take you out onto this little lookout point. So just behind that is the Red Square, and give you a little pan across. This is where we've came from. Got a couple of bikers stopping. Are they stopping to come and have a look as well? Check it out. Flowers still going right across. So check out that view. Sunday morning, down the Moskva River, got the Kremlin, and it's not too warm because it is summer. It's not been so warm. It's been raining a lot. That's why I wanted to come out in the morning and make this video. It's been raining a lot in the afternoons. Hopefully you can hear me over the traffic. The traffic's quite loud, but I really like the flowers going across the bridge. Right, we're going to head down there. We're going to cut through a nice park that I want to show you, and then we'll take a walk along the water. Alright guys, let's cut through this park, and then once we've came through here, we'll go back out along the water. This guy's cutting the grass down here. Just as well I've took my super strength antihistamine, and I feel like I'm going to pass out, but at least I'm not sneezing. So it's basically I've got to choose one or the other. We've got the Kremlin up here. Kremlin Wall's absolutely massive. And Sunday morning, people are just chilling out, relaxing, and it's not too busy. I love these beautiful old lampposts. It's definitely nice walking through it here at night as well. Okay, onward. Let's go. Here we've got the ticket office. Interesting, you can see it's in Russian, Kassa, ticket office, and Chinese as well, so the Moscow Kremlin museums. Also, I went to a show in the Kremlin Theater. I'm pretty sure I entered through there, maybe I didn't, but I think yes, because there's a metro station exit. You can come out here and you can actually go to a show in the theatre. No, this is the entrance to the theatre. Okay, so I went to a show in here before. You come out of this metro station here, up here, and into the security checks to get into the theatre. These are the shows that are on at the theatre I was talking about. We've got a Queen Orchestra tribute night. Harry Potter. Now this sound is a G in Russian, so it's quite funny that the H is pronounced like a G, so it's like Gary Potter. A little bit of trivia there for you. And some other Russian artists that I don't know. Linkin Park, Hard Rock Orchestra. So if you're into your new metal, Linkin Park, Hard Rock Orchestra on the 22nd of July. I don't think I'll be here, but that would be pretty cool to go see. When's the Queen one? I like Queen. On the 6th of September. So I'll definitely be here. Maybe I'll go to the Queen show. And guys, maybe you can see it. The glass building across there where you go through the security check. Then you cross over, or you go up that sort of bridge area into the theatre, which is the glass building behind. Now we have veered a little bit off track. I do promise to take you back down to go along the water, but it seems like there's a lot closed off. Big police presence, as you can see. They're all stationed along here. There must be something big happening, because usually those places aren't closed off. So I'll navigate my way back around towards the river, and if we see anything else I'll show you. Guys, we've ended up on an absolute side quest. Everything there is completely blocked off. You've got the police and the guards, everybody along there, and the fence is all right. What I was trying to avoid was just walking back the same way. I was trying to cut through to show you something interesting, but it's not possible. So we got the Four Seasons, we got the History Museum, we got the Kremlin, we got the Central Festival Hall, which I've started a video there before. So we're pretty much in an area that I've shown you before. So I'm gonna get to a new area, back down to the river, and then we'll pick it up from there. Guys, we've just stumbled upon the Balshoy Theater, which is, of course, in English you'll know as the Balshoy Theater. We're going in the absolute opposite direction of the river, but I promise I'll get you back down there. But I might as well show you this, because maybe it's interesting to you. So come round here. We got Sum in the background, which is a beautiful shopping centre, and look, we got the people getting their picture taken in front of the fountain. I've never actually been in here for a show. I'm not a big theatre person anyway, but from what I understand it is very expensive and it can be difficult to get tickets as well. But why don't we go round and have a look? Now again, it would have been better with a blue sky. It's a bit overcast today, but here we go. There it is. You've probably heard of it, the Balshoy Theater. Very, very famous, and could do with a lick of paint on the columns if I'm being honest, but this is what we can see in this area. Spotted some people playing chess on the street. We got the tables set up, which is pretty cool, just for anyone to come along and have a game if they want. And here we go, many more. I don't know if it's an actual, it must be an actual tournament, an official tournament that's set up. But it's quite interesting. And we've got, I guess these will open up if it gets too warm or if it rains, but just a nice vibe. Lots of people playing over there as well. So we're pretty much going to head back the way we came and get back to that river. Alright guys, we've made it back to the embankment after our side quest. I'll report that my antihistamine has made me feel even worse than it was when we started. It's been a bit of a struggle, but we're going to keep going, and hopefully this will be an interesting video for you to watch. So we're right at the Kremlin Wall. Check it out. This is one of the corners of the Kremlin. We can touch it. We have the river, We'll hopefully see some river boats going past. We'll walk along here, then we're going to cross over. Starting to get a little bit busier. I've been out for a couple of hours now, I think, since I first started, or I first left the house. Look at the beautiful wall of the Kremlin. Got the holes there for, would that be for, is it just decorative, or is that actually from times when it had to be defended? Look at the beautiful buildings, the beautiful low-rise buildings across the other side of the water. This grey one in particular is spectacular. I like the roofs. Is it copper roofs? Is that why they go green? Do they have copper roofs? It's a lovely place to walk along here, although the noise from the cars is quite loud. But it's a beautiful walk nonetheless. We can see the top of the church just above the trees. Hey guys, we got a little break in the trees. We can see a little bit more detail of the Kremlin. I guess these would be classed as sort of watchtowers. At some point they would have been used for. Obviously I can see the cameras up there now. No need to have people just up there. But I want to come across the road to show you from the other side. But as you can see, as far as I can see, there's nowhere to cross. I guess it's going to be all the way down at that bridge before we can get across the road. We got some boats going by. You get all sorts of boats. You get the actual water taxi, which is just like a bus on the water. But you get the sightseeing boats. You get the restaurant boats, party boats as well. They're a bit like a nightclub on the water. Alright guys, we've came to another corner of the Kremlin, and then I think we're going to be able to cross over once we get past this tower. Again, look at the red brickwork. Look at the big drain pipe, got the spikes on it. Is that to stop birds landing, or is it to stop people climbing up? I don't think anyone's going to be trying to climb this wall. Check it out. Beautiful lampposts as well. It really is quite impressive. It's actually quite impressive when you come across this bridge here, because you get to see the towers, but also you get to see inside a little bit. Now everywhere around the Red Square and the Kremlin, huge police presence today. I'm not sure what's on, but it doesn't look like there's any access to the Red Square. As you can see, St. Basil's Cathedral in the background there. We're not going up there today. We're going to take you to Zeryatti Park, which is this beautiful park that's on a little hill just underneath here. And I'm going to show you that. We got one of the Stalin sisters, one of the 7 Stalin sisters in the background there. Can you see it? That beautiful building. There's 7 of those buildings dotted around, and they're called the 7 Stalin sisters. I'm not sure what that one is. Some of them are hotels, some of them are residential. I think some of them are just government buildings. But we're going up here. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got Zeryatti Park. That's where we're going. We're going up here. That lady just asked me directions off camera, but I didn't know what she was saying. Okay. Wo ist dies? That means that you are here. As you can see, we've got St. Basil's Cathedral. But we're not going up that way today. We're taking a right. There's St. Basil's across there. There's another perspective of the Kremlin. We're going to swing a right and go through this park. It goes up onto just a little hill, and it's very beautiful. Can you hear the church bells ringing? They've just stopped. As soon as I said it, they stopped. Alright guys, We're going to try and access the floating bridge from here, but it does also look like things are fenced off as well. Check this out, if you want your ice cream made, you can get a robot to make your ice cream. You select what you want, the robot will make it for you. Let's go up here again, everything's fenced off. Hopefully we can get out onto the floating bridge. I think we can. Yes, we can. Let's go. We're going to go out on the floating bridge and I'm going to show you the view. Alright guys, I've came up here, but this isn't actually the real floating bridge. This is like a smaller one. Let's see if we can get past here. The floating bridge is actually over to the left, but let's have a look anyway. Beautiful little pond down there. And here we go. Little view, you can see one of the tourist boats going past. There's the real floating bridge over there. I think we need to go back. Is there a walkway all the way around? I think there might be a walkway all the way around. I've never actually been on it. I've went on a boat underneath it. I think we can get round there. Let's go. Alright, here we go guys. We've found the real floating bridge, not that little small pretend one. There's a lot of people out here. We'll take a walk to the end and it floats over the river and it should be a good spot to look out from. Lots of people here checking it out on a Sunday morning. We can see down to the Kremlin where we came from. We can see that gold church in the background, that bridge with all the flowers that we came across. And there's two walkways to come out to this point. And people are just hanging out here. You can see the tourist boats down below. There's another one going past. Let's weave our way through the people all the way to the end. All the way to the very point. We're all the way out here. You can see all the way down the river, all the way down to that Stalin sister. Okay, so we're going to go back down the floating bridge. Alright, we're back up into Zeryatti Park. There's a sort of amphitheatre here for the summer. There's going to be some sort of performances on this stage. I don't think there's anything just now. There's people chilling on the beanbags, just hanging out. Again, it's not too warm, so not too many people on the beanbags, but still a nice place to hang out. A few guys having a beer. There is some kind of musical performance happening, actually. We're at the back of the stage. But we've got a couple of really nice buildings at the back of the park as well. This red church. And what I always think, but you can't really see it because it's behind those trees, but it feels like a little mini St. Basil's Cathedral almost, that you can see in the background. Quite a beautiful view with the buildings in a row. And this is the little one I was talking about. I like this one. Because if we turn right, it's down to Gorod. We're not going there just now, that means Chinatown. Some people say it doesn't mean Chinatown. They're probably right, but it translates as Chinatown. And it's pretty much the central metro station that I would class. It's on the Orange Line as well, so it's, if I'm coming to the centre, I'd probably go to Gorod. Guys, I'm actually going to take you down to Zabalina ulica, which means Zabalina Street. Again, if I'm putting the stress on the wrong place of Zabalina, let me know. The reason I'm going to take you down here is because when you first come to Moscow, especially if you're coming here to live or you want to come here and just hang out, you're going to have no idea where to go, where to find a bar or a restaurant. And just so happens that I first came to this street because there's a British pub on it called the Black Swan, and from there I found a good Italian restaurant, a good pizza restaurant, another sort of bar type restaurant called Bamboo. And I think it might be handy for you if you are here and you want to come and find a place to just a street to come and hang out just to begin with before you find your way. So it's just at the other side of these building works. Alright guys, so this is Kitaï-Gorod, exit 8. Now Kitaï-Gorod's on the orange line. It's probably on, well, I can see it from here, it's on the purple line as well. This is exit 8. Now it's very important when exiting the metro in Moscow that you come out the right exit. As you can see, there's more exits over there. If you come out the wrong exit, sometimes you're absolutely miles away from what you need to be. So if you want to come to this street to hang out, come out Kitaï-Gorod, exit 8, take a right, and we're going to walk up here. As you can see, you've got Subway, Vkusville, which is that health food shop, Varenichnaya, which is my favorite Russian food. It's like a Soviet type restaurant. It's a chain. There's lots of them all across Moscow, and it's good if you want to sample some traditional Russian food. Probably the purists would say it's not the best because it is a chain, but you know, it's all right. Okay, so as I said, you're going to come out here, you're going to turn right. Look, we got a run club going past us. And you're going to cross over this road, and then you're going to be on the street that I told you about. Alright guys, here we go. Zotman, good pizza place. The guy's got the circular saw, ruining my video. Unbelievable. And I'll show you a couple of good places. Hopefully you can still hear me. We've got Japan, which is like obviously Japanese food. We got Officina, which is a good Italian restaurant. Not the cheapest, but good. Bamboo, I highly recommend Bamboo. Look at these little cute tables. And you can go in there for a drink. You can go in there for food. It's very good. Then we've got Black Swan. There we go. British pub, again, definitely not the cheapest, but if you want that sort of British vibe, but good music, good like British music on a Saturday night, it's a good place. And this pizza place, Napolitana, I've never actually been, but I've got a Russian friend who told me that his friend's a chef, and it wins awards for its pizza. So very nice place. And this is again building work. There's just so much building work going on in this summer, it's unbelievable. But this is a good place to come to when you're first starting off in Moscow, if you want to find restaurants, bars, etc. Alright guys, I think that's a good place to end the video here. Today we went across the Moscow River. We checked out the embankment after we did a little detour. All the Red Square and stuff was closed off. We went out onto the floating bridge. We saw Zeryatti Park, and we finished on Zabalina Street. I hope I've said all that correctly, but thank you very much if you've watched this right to the end. I was struggling a bit today because of that antihistamine I took, but hopefully this will be an interesting video for you. Remember, always comment, let me know what you think, let me know what else you want to see. and I'll try and make a video for it. I'm going to be making a few per week. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.